Wait, you said that there was repairs that I needed to do. I need to.
Yeah.
Were you just talking about that front, the stuff we were just talking about? Or are
No.
you talking about these ones at the ends?
Yeah.
Ooh, repair those?
Yeah.
How did those get like that?
Well, I guess they
Is it all of them? Are
went
they
on
all
two
weak in that
strand.
spot?
No.
Are we sure about that? No, not all of them. So, you
Two
do your own
strand
two strands
twist.
sometimes?
Yeah, I do.
Do you twist it all the way to the bottom? Or do you make sure that they both end up at the bottom?
I try. I can't make. I don't do it like you.
So sometimes your rubber bands end up higher up on one of the locks.
Yeah, that does happen.
No bueno. That's probably what it's from. What it's from. I mean, I suppose we could fix them with this little hook thingy. But usually we just, it's way at the bottom. We usually just get rid of those.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
I mean, we can, but if you would have told
unless
me
the length is scaring you.
no, but
Okay.
if it can be fixed, then I'm gonna ask you if you
To
can
fix
them.
it. Let me hook them up. It's I see two right now. So is it just these on this back row, or did you find more?
Because
what I want you to do
only
is
those three.
I'm gonna show you real quick what I want you to do, because I think I made a video about it, and I'm gonna just do a rough rope, because that's
rough rope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show you what kind of makes that happen, how it ends up like that.
I think it's my two strands.
Your two strands is not equaling up at the ends, even though the length is about the same. Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make sure this one looks shorter.
I don't know what else it could be back there.
So let's say, because I just forced this one to look shorter. It's hard for me to do it wrong, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, right, if I have one shorter here and then I put the rope here, then that's going to make a weak spot in there if I do it more than once especially.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is, instead of letting it do that, you just have to, what I did to force it, is just wrap it until they both end up meeting at the same point. Even if you have to wrap it tighter, or you have to see like the pattern gets closer together or something like that. Anything you have to do just to make sure that they both end up at the end together.
So kind of like those little light bulbs that they put at the end of the lock bob, like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about those little what they call those lock sprinkles? You talking about those?
You know those
sprinkles?
You
Sparkles?
the lock bobs, and then you roll them up.
Oh, you put the knots down there?
Yeah, it's like that.
Not exactly, because that's I've seen people do that. I've seen people do that to make them end at the one point. But those lock knots, when you rubber band those, you getting rubber band all over the place. So no, not like that. How do I explain? It's like if I have two locks of two different lengths. Let me see. Go over here in the camera. If I have two locks that are two different lengths, but yours are not, well, a little bit. See, these are a little bit different length. What'll happen is when I get to the end, if one of them is a lot shorter, I'll just wrap it more. I'll just wrap it more times.
Oh.
I'll wrap it more times to where it ends up at the bottom anyway.
Okay.
Or wrap it less. Whatever I have to do to make it end up at the end.
Okay.
Just don't be putting rubber bands up halfway up your lock. You'll see it once you do it again. When you go to do some ropes again, you'll see. Matter of fact, if I find any that aren't close enough to the same length and I have to do it too, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. It basically is just wrapping it closer together. It's just off pattern. It changes the rhythm a little bit. Probably stuff that doesn't make any sense to you.
What's this lock ring? So
lock ring is what I came up with because people drive me insane. I got you. Matter of fact, my last lady said she needed some, but she said it wasn't in her budget today. But she should.
How much is it?
$10.
Oh.
Which is why I didn't charge her for the fact that her hair was matted and overdue. But listen. I told her, don't do this again, because I'd rather not charge you for it being overdue. I'd rather just not do it. All right. And
it's peppermint.
It is. It's peppermint and tea tree.
Okay.
So it's basically, it makes your scalp feel like the shampoo does, with the tingle and the cool feeling and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also water and aloe, so that it actually does provide moisture, because people will, I can always tell when somebody's going, I know you should get you some. But yeah, people like it. They like it a lot. And I can see why, because it makes it feel refreshed and stuff. But you know what I've told you? So I opened up another salon in Jacksonville.
Florida?
Yeah, I closed it. So I ain't moving. But I was thinking about it. And so I thought that it was a sign because when I went to move there and I got the lease and the address and stuff, the address was, I don't remember the numbers, but it was on Loc Boulevard. And I was like, Loc is a good name for my product, because at first it was just moisturizing mist.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's Loc moisturizing mist. But basically, because whenever I tell people don't use oil, they ask me what they should use instead, when, you know, you've probably already been through it with me. You shouldn't use anything instead. You should just use nothing. And when your scalp is itchy, it's not an indicator of dry, it's an indicator of dirty, so you should wash it. But that's a long story short. I had to come up with that because too many people were just like, well, I can't just use nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, what you're using is gross and it's all in my hands and I can't get it to clean out. And no, we're not using that anymore. So now I have a product that people can use that will actually give them results as far as moisture and that refreshing. I mean, the refreshing feeling is just a decoy. Because if you, well, first of all, I don't think you can put tea tree or peppermint oil directly on your scalp because it probably would burn. Because those are like, they're more astringent type oils. They're not really oily. But they are oil because they don't mix with water, which is why you have to spray that. I mean, shake that before you spray it. But if you want, so that's the thing, shake it if you want some of that tea tree and peppermint. Don't shake it if you just want the aloe in the water. But I had to make something because people wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop using stuff that was disgusting for me to work in. I don't want to work in ucky gucky hair.
And you got new logos.
Oh, do I?
Well, you got a new design.
Yeah, for the bottles.
From what the one I have.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You still got that?
That was last year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You sent that to me. You mailed it.
You was out of town?
Yeah, you had mailed it to me.
You out of town now?
Not right now.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it was last year. I was like,
it must have been the beginning of last year because I feel like
it was
had
the beginning of last
for
year
a little while now. I just had to order more, and I had ordered a bunch.
But before that, when I was getting them when you were in the townhouse, it was totally different. It had like some color in it. I think maybe like I don't remember. I think I remember like maybe some pink in there. I don't know.
Oh, there was like little flowers on it. That seems older than that. Are you sure?
That's what I had, and then whatever you had last year.
Because I changed it a couple of times.
Because you
So
mailed.
the first label had like black and purple, and then the past two labels have been just black and white because I don't want to be forced to stick with a color. I don't know. I used to think purple was like royal and majestic or whatever, but now it's just like black and white's nice and clean. And go get a towel because I'm splashing you with your hair while I'm trying to get the water off of it. It's just a lot of drippy. But yeah, can we even see the logo? Because we got the logo on our chests now.
Yeah. That's cool.
I know. I just picked them up from this lady yesterday that does all my embroideries. It's funny because I had her do it for the other salon first. It was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because the other salon wasn't going to be a Locs salon. Don't tell nobody. I just told everybody. But no, I closed it. It was going to be just a haircut shop though, but not like a barber shop. I'm not a barber. But, I don't know. I was thinking about switching it up. I might still, but not in Florida though. It's going to be here because that was exhausting. That's the only reason I stopped it, because it was tiring trying to go back and forth. But yeah, you have a little... You said, so do you ever wash this and not twist it?
Yeah. Like,
because I'm trying to figure
recently.
out if it's not been more than 6 weeks.
Well,
maybe it's because of the washing.
There was a time, yeah. That does happen too. And then there was a time where I was going swimming earlier this year.
So you just have to rinse it out and wash it out a lot.
Yeah, I was taking swim lessons for a few weeks.
That might be why our edges are like that. You weren't covering. I mean,
I tried,
but
the water was getting inside the swimming cap.
Is it one of the new ones? Or is it one of the old school ones?
It's one of the new ones.
Oh,
it
so
was one of
the,
I got it off of Amazon.
Oh.
But see,
they're not that good.
I read that the swim caps are not to keep the water from coming in, but instead it's to keep the water out of your face.
Because you're going to have hair all in your face.
Yeah, but the water's going to go in. And it's like when they're covering your ears, it's open because you know your ear is not flat. You know, you got that cartilage.
Yeah.
there.
What about
So the
not
water is
covering
like
the ear?
seeping in. Okay, and when you're not covering your ear, then
It's not tight
it's
enough?
not useful because it's gonna slip off. And it's extra long to cover all of your hair.
What about to cover your whole ear and get it all the way around your ears?
The
You
only-
can't hear nothing.
The only way, look, I've tried it. I
Look,
bought
I look like I got a
several
swim cap
caps.
on right now.
And
Like,
water
what
will
if
get
we cover
into
it all
that.
the way? What if we cover the ears completely?
And wrap a duct tape around it. So no, because the holes are gonna get in. Your head is not flat.
So, but
if you can keep some tape to keep that
what
water
is the
from
point of
seeping.
them things then?
I
I
thought,
to work.
and you know, my swim instructor, she's black, and I was like, you know, how did you? And she was on the swim team and everything, and she's a swim instructor.
What her hair look like though?
Well, she would have braids in, and when she didn't have braids in, she would have it like in a natural plaited way. And I was like, how do you keep your hair healthy and you swim so much? And she was like, you know,
Healthy-ish.
she couldn't. I mean, it still fell out. There's only so much you can do when you're jumping in chlorine several times a week.
It's very
for hours.
The thing about your locks, at least you'll still have long healthy hair. But yeah, it's
She was like, it still damaged her hair.
But if it's gonna get wet, because I don't see it damaging your hair. But what I do think you should do.
But I still gotta wash it though.
It needs to be in ropes.
Really?
While you do everything. To keep it from doing this and to keep you from having the broken hairs and stuff.
Yeah.
So because if it's in ropes, it won't unravel.
Okay.
And all it will be is it don't need to get dry.
I wash it in ropes too?
Because
the water is going to get in there.
You can wash it in ropes or you can just rinse it good.
Okay.
And then dry it though. That's the thing. Yeah. You're going to have to sit under it. That's what I got in those little boxes. I'm waiting on the labels to come now.
What?
Dryers.
Oh.
The kind you can hook to your blow dryer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
put it on Amazon too, because that's where I got mine.
I need to make a store. Yeah, one of my clients was like, you need to sell those here.
Yeah, you need to make an Amazon store.
I think YouTube got me set up with a store. I'm going to just add them to my Square store, and then the Square store uploads to wherever I put it at. So, yeah, because I got a store. I got a little store with the products.
You need another one.
Ordering it.
You need another one on Amazon.
I gotta make an Amazon store. I was about to make an Amazon store, and they started talking about charging me, and I was just like, how did y'all think y'all supposed to get out of stuff that
I just know there are many times where I've run to Amazon for some lock-in stuff. Yeah. No, they don't have a lot of stuff. I think Lion Locks is on there.
It is.
But it's barely. It's only a handful of lock stuff on there. Of course, you got the little mango lime stuff. I don't like that.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, they're gonna be there.
So they got them a store. I guess I need to step my game up. So I have books for sale on Amazon. Remember when I broke my ankle? I made a children's book before I broke my ankle, but I made a children's book about how I need to put that light over here. I made a children's book about how basically about how my niece ended up starting her lock journey. But really because I think that little girls need to lock their hair. I have a lot of clients who they started their locks and they were nervous and everything, scared, blah, blah, blah. But then they started them, they love them, they're growing long, and their daughters still have Afro puffs. And I just don't think that's fair. I don't, because your daughter wants long hair too. She doesn't want to have to go through all the trauma that you went through to get you here. She can have locks from a young age and never. I don't know where I'm gonna put this light, but it gotta go over here somewhere. I need to see better on the camera. Yeah, I mean, that looks good. Period. So my 2 books on Amazon are, the book is called Jazzy Locks Her Hair. It's about, my niece's name is Jocelyn. So it's about a little girl who who decides to lock her hair because she sees her uncle's hair just getting longer and longer, and she hates wash day, blah, blah, blah. So, and then the thing that I worked on, the book I worked on while I was broken ankle was, it's a starter lock. It's called My Lock Journey. It's a starter lock journal so that you can document your journey. which most people document it with pictures. So there's a place in the book to put pictures, but then there's also like places to write, like like a journal about how you're feeling and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, because Locs journeys be interesting. People be going through stuff.
I was gonna comb mine out.
Think. Just think. When you wasn't trying to make it through the first 2 months?
Yeah.
It wasn't even that bad.
And I was like, I'm gonna comb it out. She's like, no, don't comb it out.
It wasn't even that bad, bro.
I was like, no, I'm gonna get some braids. She said, no, please don't comb it out.
All this work. Oh, I know you're not combing it out now.
She say that too. She was like, you remember when you were about to comb them out? That's funny. Another one of my friends, she was like, we was talking about how people, they feel insecure when they get their starter locks because, like I said, people supposed to have long hair, and you know people, and I think someone pointed it out and was like, it's texturism, meaning like you have a problem with the texture of your own hair. It's just anti-black. Like, why they gotta look like, what do they call them?
What?
I don't know, like, you know, people just call like starter locks.
They be like
you
the
know how
ugly
they
stage
be,
and stuff.
Yeah, the ugly stage. And
I don't even feel like that
doesn't
exists.
have to be an ugly stage because it's short and because it looks like, and then they'll be like, oh, it looks like worms, or it looks like, you know. So somebody was like, made up a word, said it was texturism. Is that even a real word?
There are a lot of isms. I think at this point you can just make them up because that's what I've noticed on the internet.
Like, you know, like colorism. So
colorism, texturism, featureism. You haven't heard all those?
Yeah.
I heard all of them. And I feel them. I do.
It says discrimination based on how close or far your natural hair is
from straight to white.
Yeah.
To the Caucasian.
Yeah, so you know that's all that is people just not happy about the texture of their hair, and it's supposed to look a certain way.
Well, and my thing is that I get that that's the standard of beauty in this country, and so it's like hard to not want to try to live up to it. But if that's not what you got, and what you do have is something that will do well, if you do this, then do that. Why would you not just do that? I have the most problem with people talking about texturism, especially with their hair, when it's like, do you know what your hair will do if you lock it? It will do the exact same thing you've been trying to get it to do. You know, it's like, oh, I can't let go of my wigs. Well, then let go of your edges. Pick one. You can't have
Ghost Bond edges. They be looking like they got burned. Chemical burn all around here.
It's traction alopecia.
Oh, Lord.
And
people like it
say,
hurt.
and it,
does
you
it
know,
hurt?
It does hurt.
Traction alopecia hurts?
It would have to, because, and you know how I know? First of all, I'm very tender-headed, so I know all the stuff that hurts. But like right now, this scarf that I have on my head, when I turn it, like if it turns sideways, I can feel it pulling my hairs on the edges. And it's supposed to be satin. But I can feel like when one little hair gets snagged on it, like, and it hurts. And that's all traction alopecia is little hairs getting snagged, which is really them getting pulled out over and over again. Like, because what happens is, like, you can pull a hair out once, you can pull it out a couple times, but if you keep pulling that same hair out over and over again and yanking it out unnaturally, it's gonna stop growing. It's just gonna stop. And so traction alopecia is just those same hairs getting rubbed out over and over again, over and over and over and over again. And the like the scar that you see that looks like a burn is actually like a scab. It's like their scalp is like,
and it'd be like red dots, like open wounds.
So the body is really smart, and I really think that that's the body's way of trying to protect the scalp from getting rubbed off, right? Because it's like the hair's gone.
Scalping yourself.
I better protect myself.
So
it's like a scab that the body creates to keep itself, like, trying to protect itself from the burn.
They're scalping themselves.
They're scalping themselves. They're scalping themselves. Like, whew. And it's just like they're so young, you know, because I remember back in my day when I was young, the main thing that we did that was killing our edges and stuff was like updos and all the glue and spritz and super tight braids and all the different braid styles. And and it was just like remember micro braids?
Yeah.
It's the same problem that micro locks are having, or will be having.
Yeah.
But yeah, they that was our thing. So we didn't have edges and then the updo. So almost everybody has like a bald spot somewhere in the top from wearing the updo in the same spot with the pins jabbing them in the same spot over and over again. They were getting like open wounds up there from those pins going in. And
I've
keep doing
seen
that over and over
before.
again, and it's gonna be a permanent bald spot. I have like, I'm gonna say like 4 clients right now that have bald spots in the top somewhere.
Dang.
4, and they're all women that are my age.
And so my friend was like, how did you feel? So I was going through videos, and this was probably like a chunk of minutes apart before I had told her. So it's like, how'd you feel? I'm like, I don't know, I was just growing my hair. I wore a wig and stuff. And so then I came across this video that I took of myself, and I was just looking at my starter locks. I was like, oh my God, this is so ugly. And so,
But you made it.
I came across the video and I showed her, and I'm like, you asked me how I felt a few days ago or like a few hours ago, and this video just shows you.
I feel great.
This is how I felt.
Because I want to see.
You want to see the video?
Yes.
Let me see. I think
What
I still
was
have it.
What were you doing in the video?
I was just in the car, just looking at my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had gotten away from the wigs because eventually I stopped wearing the wigs over my starter locks.
How long did you wear the wig though? 2 months?
No, I want to say maybe 5.
Well, you managed to keep your edges.
And eventually,
Well,
and that's another thing. Another thing is why I kept them is because I was gelling them down at first, and I'm like, you have starter locks. You don't need to gel if you're gonna put on a wig, you don't have to gel your edges down. And the way that I tie my hair, my edges would stay down anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'm wearing a wig. And it was like a closure wig, so it was like a middle part and the hair was here. I'm like, I don't need to gel my edges down every day. So I stopped gelling my edges down every day, and then I stopped wearing the wigs, and then just start wearing them out.
Accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
And let it be what it is. I really like the ugly stage. That people call it ugly stage. I just feel like it makes people appreciate their hair more. And so you couldn't even tell people because you pretty much kept yours covered for most of it. But a lot of times when women's hair get as long as yours is, they miss that. They'd be like, I miss when my hair was shorter and fuller and, bouncing around. Now it just kind of lays here,
No, and then sometimes I would wear it out. I would put on a scarf, or sometimes I would wear it out. I did get a compliment.
Because and then people, especially around here, which I love, people know what you're doing. Even when it's just the starter locks and you got them little curls, people know what you're doing. When they don't know is when you have them 2-strand twists. You start your locks with 2-strand twists. People don't think it's locks for a long time because 2-strand twist was its own style. That's just not combing your hair anymore. But it doesn't look like you intentionally are starting starter locks. It looks like you're intentionally wearing 2-strand twists that you haven't taken down forever. But when you got those comb coils, people look at it and be like, "Oh, you starting your locks? They're gonna be so cute." Every time. Matter of fact, I can do that with my hair right now. As soon as I go to, "Oh, you starting your locks again? That's gonna be so cute." You was cute. Would you start? She said, "That's how I feel." Cute. You don't miss that?
No, I don't.
Your life was easier. You didn't have to
Did you see me? I was like, I look so weird. You didn't see that part?
No,
I'm just looking. You have to watch the whole video. Like, I'm thinking while the camera's on.
No, she didn't say weird. I can't.
I did.
That was so cute. I can't believe it. So looking back at it, does it feel like it was cute? I thought you looked so adorable.
It's okay. I mean, it's
just some little short locks.
Listen,
I look like it was freshly done.
I always wanted long hair. I like long hair on me. I don't like short hair on me. So even if it was like my natural afro, like a Florida, I still wouldn't be like, I don't like short hair on me.
I know it. Well, my thing is I don't like small hair on me. I don't mind it. I don't mind it being short if it's big. I need some height and some volume.
Some body.
I need some movement. I need some. So yeah, that's still cute for me. But yeah, I know a lot of people, especially because when people first start their locks, they used to doing stuff that's longer, but it's not theirs.
Yeah.
So So it's
And
like,
you just
there's
gotta
only one way
wear
to
it.
get there. There's only one way to get there, man. Like if you tried to do it with wigs, because I have a lady right now who's been doing wigs for, it seemed like 2 years for her locks. The front hasn't locked still. The front not locked because the comb of the wigs keeps going into it. So
She got combs in her wig?
I mean, don't those wigs come with combs usually?
Mine didn't know in the bag, but I didn't
What kind of
use
wig
it.
did you have? The headband one?
I had a really nice wig. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Because I ain't even seen
I'll
one
show you
where
the
I
wig
put-
I was wearing. I
But-
documented all of this.
Listen, I was gonna say I don't know exactly what kind of wig she's wearing. What
I
I do know
literally-
is that those edges ain't locked yet. Them edges are still like they locked at the very ends, and her hair about 6 inches, and the ends are just not the ends are locked, but the rest, all this is like super long new growth. It won't lock. And I think she's gonna have to stop wearing them wigs. I told her like at least wear a scarf or something in between. Shouldn't you be wearing a wig cap? Like I don't understand.
I think I did put on a wig cap.
Well,
I
she
wore a
ain't.
wig cap.
Yeah, your hair locked, hers is not, so she's definitely.
This
not.
is what I was wearing. This was underneath the starter locks.
That's cute too.
And I think I just like glued the edges on my head and the lace on my forehead and
You was gluing? That's a glue wig.
no, it was like got to be glued.
Okay.
Like it's
The
gel.
hairspray.
No, the gel.
The gel?
And I just like make it tacky, stick it down, and go on about my business.
Well, you did good because we did not lose all of our edges. Thank Jesus.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got edges right now from the tight ponytail era. That's the reason why my hair don't grow on the sides.
I might not actually stop before the camera runs out. It's gonna be devastating. It's gonna make it.
From something, so.
Yeah.
It's rough. Are you still scarfing?
Yeah, but sometimes it'll slide off, and I'm sleeping on that. So my bonnet does slide off and expose my edges.
Bonnets suck. Your hair is long now. You don't need bonnets. You need something to just go lay tight around your edges. That's it.
Okay.
You can leave the rest loose as long as you ain't got like lint coming off your pillows.
I don't like my hair surrounding me when I'm asleep.
Well, you can put the bonnet on top of it then.
I do wear a scarf underneath. Sometimes it slides back too.
No, it's so hard because the ears are just in the way. That's my problem at night. It's
Like
my
I only
ears.
do a scarf if it's like
When it's
if it's a
fresh?
fresh, yeah.
Okay.
And then if I wash it, I'll just like let it dry and throw on the bonnet. Just
See
so
now when you do wash it, which I don't recommend, but when you do, that putting something tight around your edges will get that hair to stay, kind of laid a little bit so it doesn't start to separate.
oh, okay.
And if you're gonna wash it, I need you to just at least around the edges, just take a little finger and just twirl it around. Just twirl it around a couple times just to get it closer to the scalp, so that them hairs don't separate.
Okay.
Cause that's what I'm thinking. I think it's from the shampooing and not twisting makes for it to be matted more later. Are we parting any certain direction today?
No.
Okay. And I did not know that you were doing the wig thing. I usually find out because I can see the edges not locking.
Oh no, not me. Cause I was like, why am I messing with my edges? And I knew that wasn't good, like gelling my edges down every day.
So that might be what's going on in other places that they're messing with the edges. If you just maybe still wear the wig but leave the edges alone. I don't know.
Well, see, the wig, it was a closure wig, so I wasn't touching my edges.
I was gonna say I don't even know what that means. Okay.
It was
So
a
when were
closure,
you
so
messing
meaning
with-
like
so you
the
were
lace
messing with
is
the edges
only
when
here.
you were messing with the edges when it wasn't.
Yeah, sometimes, and then eventually, when I started my hair, a few months later after I started my locks, I wasn't putting anything on my edges because I didn't see a reason not to. I mean, I didn't see a reason to do it. Every now and then I might do it if I was going out or something. Every now and
I
then,
just can't
but
tell you how much help a water bottle and a tight scarf will do for the edges. You just spray a little water,
yeah,
tie it down, go to bed, wake up, edges laid again.
yeah. I just didn't need to do anything.
I mean, you know, for those that need it. Because nobody really needs to. It's a choice.
Yeah.
Because I know you probably now, you know that it doesn't matter how rough your hair is looking when you go out into the world, people are still complimenting you like it still looks good. So it doesn't need to be super laid all the time to still look good. It still looks good. And it's lovely. Because everybody ain't able. Even like it's raining and like you leaving with ropes, you don't even actually have to cover your head up.
Yeah. I did think about that.
Did you bring something?
Yeah, because I was standing out there.
Oh, see, I was like, she gonna see her coming out. Because it's right here. I saw you out there. Did you see me come to my car? I had to go get.
Yeah, I think I was already in.
I had to get my capes because I had. Because my last client had came in smelling like a pound of cigarettes.
Ew.
So
Would you care if she smelled like weed?
No, not really.
But you don't want them to smell like cigs?
Well, first of all, the
Squares.
weed smell don't usually stick to people the same way cigarettes do.
It doesn't.
Because I never really, the only time I smell weed off people is if they literally just put the blunt out on the way in. But when somebody smells like cigarettes, it'd be deep off in their clothes and their hair and stuff. I can see it coming out of their hair because it'd be like yellow when you wash the hair.
No way.
So yeah, so I didn't want to. I know I was gonna have to wash her cape because I couldn't.
You don't see no yellow in that.
Yes, I do.
In the sink bowl.
Yes, I do. When I'm shampooing, so like if somebody's hair is especially dirty, you'll see brown. But when it's cigarettes, it's almost always yellow, like yellow coming in the shampoo. Because you know shampoo is white if it's clean.
Yeah.
That's how I know when the hair is clean. Like people be, talking about deep cleanses and detoxes and stuff. I wash the hair until it's clean, and I can tell if it's clean or not by what color the soap is. Something you didn't know.
I didn't know it was yellow though.
when it's cigarette smoke, it is.
So what you do?
Weed smoke is brown, so it just looks like regular dirt. You can't really tell that it's weed smoke versus the yellow because it's a very distinctive yellow. It looks like. Well, I used to smoke cigarettes, so I know, and I've been clean from cigarettes for 7 years.
Good. Don't go back.
Oh, girl, it's a part of nightmares. Like the only time I think about smoking cigarettes is when I'm having bad dreams. Okay, I'd be like, oh no, I have to hurry up and wake up. I don't want to do that. Don't do that to me. I think the last time I had a dream, I was at a bar drinking and just lit up a cigarette and was like, ugh. And I'm like, wake me up. But I'll never go back. But yeah, you can smell it. And I didn't want to put that same cape on you, but I had all my capes were gone because I was getting the things embroidered
So
on
you
there.
put it on me?
No, she didn't have this one.
Oh.
That's why I was getting out of the car when you saw me come out. I was like, I need to get a clean cape because I took that cape off of her. It's like, I don't want to put a cigarette because I've had people say like, like was the person before me smoking cigarettes or what? Because my clothes smell like smoke. That's brand new, girl.
That's funny.
I just got those back from the embroidery lady. So yeah, I had to get them out the car because I had left them in there last night. I didn't get home until after dark. And I was like, let me go get these out the car so I can give her a new cape and wash this other one. And I need to wash that and take it to her so I can get it embroidered because it doesn't have it. But yeah,
them cigarettes are disgusting.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to transfer the smells around. I don't want to sound like I'm biased or anything because I don't like to treat people. I don't like to treat people a certain kind of way. I do because these capes have to be washed, and so I try to keep them sanitized in between clients, but I don't wash them after every single client. But so if somebody smells like cigarettes, or stink, because sometimes people smell bad. But if somebody's
hair still,
girl, what am I supposed to do? Send them home?
You can.
So I've lost a couple. I'm gonna tell you, I lost 2 clients to bad smells, but I gave them multiple chances.
They don't smell it. You smell. You know when you stink. Though.
I guess not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the one of them
about that as I was getting into the shower yesterday. Actually, I'm like, you know when you stink.
I think
because I know when I stink.
I do, but I don't know about other people because one of the clients was like, "Oh, I always come," because it had happened multiple times, and so I was like, "I gotta say something to him because he can't keep doing this to me because I'm uncomfortable while I'm working. I ain't supposed to be uncomfortable like that." And so I said something to him, and he's like, "Oh, my bad. I always work out before I come." And so I would have took him back because I told him, "Well, next time can you just make your appointment a little bit later after your workout? That way you can hit the shower real quick before you come." And he said, "Okay," but he never booked again. Okay, but I would have took him back. The other guy that it happened multiple times, and I had to say something to him. He was like, "Oh, I tried." I was like, "Oh hell no, he can't come back.
You tried.
He can't come back because if you try and this is how poorly you did, that means that you haven't done it. You haven't figured out that you need to do better." And we talking about adult people. They were young, but they were adults. They were grown ups. No mothers made their appointments. They booked their own appointments. So if you don't know how to bathe at this point, so I wasn't gonna take him back anyway. But he never came back. But here's the thing: if I had to tell you that you stink, and then you never come back, I don't feel a loss there. I don't feel a loss there because I shouldn't have to be working in stinky conditions. Now, recently I had one lady who smelled like pee. It was an older lady, and I felt bad. And I would take her again, but if it happens a lot. So the last time I did her, it didn't smell like pee. So it was like a one-off. Like something happened. I don't know if her cat peed in the bed or what.
Yeah.
She smelled like pee. But here's the thing. I keep plastic capes. That's what I was trying to get to. The point was, I use plastic capes if I smell a smell. Because A, it helps block the smell. Because I'm going to wash your hair. I ain't worried about the hair stinking. But if I use the plastic cape, I can smell body less. And then also, I can just spray the plastic cape down with Lysol and wipe it off.
Yeah.
You know, I spray the whole thing down and just wipe it down or throw it away because they don't cost that much. These are expensive, and every wash gets them closer to having to be thrown away. So, but yeah, I don't get people stinky a lot. I did a video on YouTube about the time that one of my clients pooped on my floor.
What?
That was pretty much the worst day ever.
What was that?
He keep adding me on Facebook, bro. If somebody pooped on your floor, would you be friends with them on Facebook?
No.
Because I'm not being your friend on Facebook.
How did that happen?
He kept on trying to get his hair done after that. And I kept telling him, no, sir, you're not coming here.
How did that happen?
Exactly. No, I don't know.
Was it in the bathroom or out in the open?
So imagine you're under the dryer and you have to use the bathroom and you don't know where it's at. So you text me because I'm not in the room. And you text me. And I don't know if I didn't get to the text fast enough. I mean, when I saw the text, I answered him. Like, it's through the doors. But I don't know if he just popped a squat because I wasn't in the room. All I know is when I came back in the room, there was a pile of poop on my floor. And then when
Pile?
Yes. And so at this point in time, because, I've worked some of everywhere. At this point in time, I had a salon in my basement. And
This was in Georgia?
Nebraska.
Okay.
Whew, yes. But still, for like a year, he kept trying to get his hair done. After this, but I was like, no, sir, I'm sorry, you gotta find somebody else to do it. But
I can't believe that.
I can't believe it.
Did you get
But
him to
anyway,
clean
I
it
was
up?
upstairs.
Who cleaned it up?
Oh, girl, it's such a horrible thing. I did because let me tell you, because my clients had to come in through the side door, and so this, how sometimes when you're under the dryer, my next client will show up, right? And so I'll shampoo their hair, not here because I don't have the space, but my next client will show up. And I'll go ahead and shampoo their hair while you're still drying, right? And so it was one of those situations. So he was only drying for a little bit before my next client was due to show up. And when I came down the stairs with the new client, there was poop on the floor. And then I walked her around it and was like, what the fuck happened here? And walked her to the shampoo bowl. And then I went to look because it was a really huge basement. And so there was a whole nother room where the laundry room and then the bathroom was all the way in the back of that. So I told him where to go to the bathroom. I don't know if he found it on his own or not.
He didn't wipe either? He just...
When I came to the next room, there was another pile of poop on the floor. So that was 2 piles of poop. And then he was in the bathroom and I said, hey, you all right in there? And he was like, no, but I'm working it out. And so I sent Kevin to help him, right? And he said that it was everywhere in the bathroom. And dude came out the bathroom. He still had my cape on. There was poop on the cape. What? He smelled like poop. I had a new client. She was a brand new client. It wasn't even like, matter of fact, you probably would have been like, I'm going to just wait outside until y'all done. But she was new and I don't know if she was comfortable. And so she was just like sitting there in the room that smelled like poop. He was still in the bathroom. So before I shampooed her hair, I had to clean it up. I had to because I can't shampoo your hair while it's a pile of poop sitting on the floor. But first I had to find out what was going on. Exactly. You got to fight. But no, we did not fight him. I put him under the dryer. His hair was not wet. I mean, it was not dry, but I seen like it was poop all over the cape. It was poop.
In his hair too?
It wasn't in his hair. Thank Jesus. Because, I had to clean it up with like a bag, like how you would clean up dog poop with paper towels and then I sprayed it and stuff. But then when he came out to the dryer and I put him under the dryer, I seen that it was poop. I could still smell it. So it's like I got rid of the poop smell for a minute, but then when he came back, it was like, okay, it's poop all over him. Yeah. So this one made me think that the poop just slid out of his butt past his shorts And like I don't know if he's
no
not.
way that happened.
I don't know if he wasn't wearing drawers. I'm serious right now. There's no way it happened. I think that. So anyway, the guy.
Terrible.
He had like a slight. He's slightly mentally ill. Like not.
What is that?
Not crazy. The words are.
What is
the
that called?
Listen, the words escape me now. You're not allowed to say stuff. It's not PG. I don't know what is the word for somebody who has like a low IQ, but they're able to function as an adult.
I've never heard
Anyway,
of that.
the first appointment that he ever had, his mom made for him, right? So his mom used to make his appointments, but it looked like as he was getting older, because I had done his hair for a couple of years, as he was getting older, he started to like take care of his own appointments and stuff. And I started to notice that he was like hanging out with a bad crowd and whatnot. So what I think happened is that he started living on his own, and he started hanging out with a bad crowd. I knew who he was hanging out with because one of them was one of my clients. So they seemed like him and his crew seemed like the type that like get the slow boy drunk and make fun of him.
Yeah.
My theory is that he was out getting drunk because that's who dropped him off, was the guy that was my other client. And shoot, I don't even know if people can hear us because my speaker don't work on my phone anymore. And I meant to plug up the microphone, but it's all the way over here. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move all this stuff. So I think that they got him drunk the night before and then dropped him off to his appointment. And he was like, you know what happens when you hungover and you're drunk and you drink too much and you gotta use the bathroom and it's not like your regular bathroom. Because it wasn't like solid, okay? It was kind of watery.
Wow,
Gross.
that's terrible.
I know, worst thing in my life.
I would have beat it. Well, I don't know. You say
I'm not a fighter. I'm not much of a fighter.
Neither am I.
I'm not very good at fighting.
Neither am I. That deserves the butt whooping.
But yeah, so Kevin cleaned up the bathroom. I ended up sending him away with his hair wet. I ended up making him leave. I ended up taking all his clips out while his hair was still wet and taking off the cape and was like, you just gotta go. Cause like the smell was too bad. And like, I still got work to do. So I ended up.
Did he apologize?
He didn't say nothing. He just sat there.
Slow.
Yeah, and I was like, no.
That
So
is terrible.
so when he was like trying to get his hair done again, I'm like,
No,
sorry, bro.
anything like that.
I can't do it, man. Can't do it. You can't do me like that. Not twice. I'm not, and at the time, my youngest was almost done potty training, so it's not like I wasn't used to having to clean up poop, but I'm not cleaning up no grown people's poop. Nope. And so, yeah, but he recently just added me again on Facebook. I just delete it every time he does it, but he just added me again. I don't care. We can't be friends.
You just woke up, huh?
Yes.
I might talk about this one day, and I don't want your feelings to be hurt. But you pooped on my floor.
Hey Nick, where you at? Where'd Nick go? Trying to play Among Us?
I have a meeting at 3.
We're gonna make it.
Okay.
I have another appointment here at, she was supposed to be here at 1:30, but she's coming from Alabama, so she's not gonna make it. That was her texting me that she's not gonna make it until 2, which is fine, because I need to be done. But when are you gonna be? I mean, how far are you from your appointment?
Oh, it's on the computer.
Oh, okay. You can't
Working
do it.
from home.
You can't do it in the car. You can do it in here.
Okay.
But you probably won't still be here.
I'm 20 minutes
you can
away
stay
from
in
my
the-
house.
Okay, good. Good. Don't book at Norcross no more.
That's over there by my job.
Don't book at Norcross no more. I'm trying to quit Norcross. Okay.
Did that homeless man come back?
Which one?
The one that was outside, and I had told you and Kevin about him.
The one that was living out there?
No, I don't know if he was living out there.
He was coming out there every day for like.
But I told you he was
wow.
doing something.
And then we started watching him. And that's when he stopped coming.
Oh.
Yeah. So crazy stuff. But yeah, we started watching him. I was trying to record him, and then he stopped coming. So he must have knew that we was on to him.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, he stopped coming, and it's funny because it's always something around there. Now I got this car dealership that's like 2 buildings down that keeps parking their cars up there. I had to call up there like, hey, stop parking y'all cars in front of my salon.
Really?
My clients ain't got nowhere to park. Yeah.
The dealership kept doing that?
Yes, it's like if you're not selling no cars, why are you still buying more? If you don't have room for them, stop buying more cars. It seems like it's very easy. right there for me. Then he got his employees parking up there. Like, if I'm gonna tell that
Is
girl,
it
if he make
behind
me,
the, what is the dealership? The
it's not
dealership
a
right
good
next.
dealership. It's one of those buy here, pay here places.
Oh.
It's one of those kind.
I thought it was the dealership literally next door, a few
Yeah.
inches down.
Yeah.
So a few
It's
feet
like
down.
it's like there's a building in between us, and then that's the parking lot. It's not a Honda dealership.
Oh.
I want to try to show you, but your locks is all too close to the same length. But like these two, well, they're too close to the same length. But I just have to wrap it more. It's hard to explain. But you just like see how it's about to get bunched up a little bit down here. It's getting a little bunched up right there. And then after I rubber band it, then I just even it out. Look, you keep. I thought that your hair was really cute when you was shorter. You know, that's the length that all the ladies be missing when their hair gets all down the back like yours. They be like, I miss it when I used to could just fluff it and go. Now it's all everywhere. When I try to look in my blind spot when I'm driving, I gotta move my hair out the way. When I go to eat, I gotta move my hair out the way. When I go to sleep, I gotta get my hair out the way.
No, my purpose for getting these is because I wanted long hair.
Well, I think it should be.
Yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to see how long you get.
We're not even done with how long it can get. But, you know, my cutoff is the butt. And it's kind of about what you were saying earlier. It's like, how do you get that clean and it's kind of touching on private areas. Once it touches your butt, I'm not touching it. That's where I draw the line. Because I don't know that I can get it clean down there. You know, I have to... And that's why it's so important for people not to be putting all that stuff in their hair, because it's like easier to clean. Because once you get all that stuff in there, it's hard to get it out. And the more your hair grows, the more hair you got to get it out of. And it's insane. So, getting, you know, you got to clean the scalp in order to get any soap anyway to move through the lock. So that's why it's always like I'm always scrubbing the scalp and then pulling the soap through, because you have to get the soap to start at the scalp and then you have to pull the soap through to the ends. So how are you supposed to get soap all the way to the ends when they're all the way to your feet? I don't know, but I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I can.
I sent you a video. What did you see?
There I am right there. You want to see me?
Oh, there you are. Did you see your son?
Oh shoot, I haven't seen this one yet?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't think I've seen this one. Oh yeah, this is what you showed me. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
He can't take my class.
Somebody in the class right now. I don't understand the comb at all.
Pay attention. Home technique. Oh, gel technique.
And he just pulling the hell out of that girl's hair. Oh my god. What is that? What is that supposed to do? That don't do nothing.
What is he doing?
Maybe he think he matting it up, but it looks like he just hurting her. And then he pulling on her like she putting her head in the wrong place. When you pulling on her like that, we need to see this.
He said,
Show the camera.
he said,
Why are you doing
take
this, bro?
my class.
This class. I wonder how much he charging for that class. Just
I'm sure y'all didn't take my class.
They pulling on people like
August
that.
20th.
That's so rude.
Let's go.
It look like it's hurting her neck. It's over her
There
head.
you go, football neck, my boy. There we go. I love kids that
Cool.
listen. Pay attention. Home technique. Oh, gel technique.
What is a gel technique?
Oh,
Gel
no.
technique.
If we call it a technique, maybe people will pay for it. What is that? Why does it look like he's jacking it off? That looks inappropriate. That's all I'm gonna say. It definitely look like it hurts. Why would you do that? I do not understand.
He's still going.
Wow.
Somebody said, just because you moving fast don't mean you know what you're doing.
That don't mean you actually even doing anything. You just pulling on her head for nothing. That's bad for the follicles.
Omar Towns.
I sent that to somebody else after you sent that to me.
Loc Business Course, November 19th. Register below. He's in Decatur, y'all.
I seen it. And that must be the one that's charging $35 for retwist.
This man is in Decatur, Georgia.
Did you know somebody charging $35 for retwist in Decatur? I
No.
said $35. I don't think they know what they're doing.
He has clients
They
though.
probably don't watch it. You know, I see a lot of people with clients that don't know what they're doing though. Did you ever go to that shop I worked at for 1 week? I worked at a shop for 1 week. Because you've been coming long enough. I was going to work there. He was offering me to work for free. So I was going to work there, but then I realized it was just a huge conflict of interest. Not because he's still doing it. Because
This is the first one I've seen of him.
well, why do her locks look so stiff like that? What the hell product is it that he's putting on to make her hair sit still like that? That's that edge control. Look, he don't even need clips because the hair not moving. Who wants hair that don't move though? Okay, here we go. Here we got one. Look, two different lengths.
Okay.
This one looked like it broke off.
There's one that I cut off because they look like the ones I was showing you, and I asked somebody else if they could fix it, and she was like, "You don't want to just cut it?"
Yeah, just cut it.
So I cut it.
Well, because you can fix it, but the fix is not. It's temporary. It's
It
just
was
don't
that
keep
one.
doing that. So, oh, did you see what I did though? It was two different lengths, and so I just wrapped it up tighter. So two different lengths. Two different lengths. So instead of like trying to wrap it how it's been doing and then rubber band it wherever, I'm just gonna twist this one around closer. See how it's like closer? It's a different texture than there. Just so I can get both of the ends together. And then after I get both of the ends together and rubber band it, then I can just go and like even out the texture here.
Okay.
If I need to. Yeah. To make it look more matchy, but it's just wrapping it more.
Okay.
That's it. Because do not put the rubber band halfway up your lock. That's dangerous. But now we know. There's stuff that I forget sometimes. You know, you never know
And
what
I
everybody
think
needs to know until they need to know it.
And at one point, I think I was doing them too tight,
Oh yeah, you
like the
gotta,
rubber band.
oh yeah, I'm a very specifically 4 wraps, like around 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. If it don't feel tight, it will when you let it go. So there's no need to go super tight. 4 wraps, max. I do less for like those petals. I only do 2 because you really don't, because like the place that's wrapped at sometimes is, you do not want weak spots all the way up your lock like that. Child, who's getting that?
You like this?
No, because that's not realistic. That's hair show hair, but that's not a realistic daily hairstyle. And I think that'd be the problem with getting views on YouTube, is that you have to do like on Instagram and stuff, you have to do like the super wildest stuff to get attention. And I'm really just trying to do stuff people can actually live with. But he looks like that dude. Go back.
What?
Was that the same page?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. That's the dude. That's not his name though. That must be his brother or something. Because he looks just like him. They look alike, but that's not him. The dude that I used to work with, his name was Ace.
Oh.
So he has a page too. They wear the same shirts, but let me tell you something. It look like neither one of them don't know they know. Because let me tell you something. That shop that I worked at, the reason why I had to leave was because he was telling clients that finding parts was making their hair weak. The reason why
Finding parts.
You see how I'm straightening out your parts because some of them is lost here and there? He would tell clients that he couldn't do that because that was going to make their locks weak. And he was actually training other girls that. So he had them coming in and just take your hair and twist it. And however the part looks, that's how it looks. And it just be cluttered like this. And the reason why I even met him, so I was at the bar one night. And this lady sat next to me, and her retwist looked fresh, like she just got it done that day. And I could really tell because the edge control was extra shiny. The edge control, because that's what it looked like she had on her scalp. And so usually if somebody's hair look freshly done, I will not give them my card because obviously they have somebody and I ain't stepping on nobody's toes, right? I usually give my card to people that look like they need me. So even though they take that offensively, they be like, what you trying to say? Like, we both see your new growth. Stop playing with me. But her hair was freshly done, but I gave her my card anyway because even though her hair was freshly done, her parts was like this. Like you could see nothing but hair crossing, and it looked like it's painful because, like, you know, your hair pulling from all them different angles, it hurts. And so I've even had clients tell me when I was retwisting, like it feels like one little hair is being pulled, so I have to go in and find which little hair is being pulled and make sure I put it somewhere else because it's hurting. And so her whole head was looking, her parts was all like stars, and it wasn't uniform. It was just random all over. It was really bad. And so I was like, I need to give her a card because she deserves better, right?
Yeah.
And so I gave her my card. You know, my card got a picture of some of my work on it already. And so she was like, oh, snap, you good. You need to meet my husband. Well, her husband was him. Her husband was him, and he saw my work and was like, oh, you cold. You need to come work with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. Because, like, I got a place you can work for free. I'm like, cool, because, you know, I had only been here for a couple months at the time. So So I'm like, cool, I need somewhere I can work for free because everybody else like $250 for booth rent. Like, I ain't got no clients like that. And so.
And that's a week or a month?
$250 a week.
Oh, wow.
$250 a week. That's what I'm charging. So anyway, but I'm actually providing customers. So anyway, a lot of places ain't even providing customers to charge.
Dang, I want to work for you.
That's what I'm charging for booth rent. You don't want to work for me. It's gonna cost you $1,000 a month. But anyway, but so no, everybody right now is on commission, which sometimes it's $250 a week, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more.
Do you take like 80% of their earnings?
No, that's a lot. A lot of places do. That would be rude. That's a lot.
So you just charge them booth rent and then $40 off their clients.
40%.
40%. Dang,
40%.
I gotta give you half.
It's 40.
That's half.
most places is half, but I provide
off
everything.
Each client and booth rent.
No. It's or. It's either or. So it's either commission or booth rent. Okay. Which with commission sometimes they pay $250. Sometimes they pay booth rent. Sometimes they actually make booth rent. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they pay more than booth rent. Mm-hmm. So it's like to me it would be better to pay booth rent, but when you got somebody else that provides a booking site and provides a shampoo and provides everything
product,
including the building and electricity. I provide the products. I give everybody free Locs souffle.
Like unlimited or like for the year?
Unlimited. I make it and I put it in a tub and they can just refill their containers whenever.
And do they use it on their hair too?
I think so.
Kevin use yours on his hair?
Kevin don't have no locks.
He don't? Oh yeah, he cut them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot you've been around long enough to know that. So that's funny because a lot of people don't even know Kevin had locks.
I forgot he cut them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he did use it when he had them. Of course. And on both sets, because I've been making this product for so many years. And Kevin had 2 sets of locks and he had both of them for more than 5 years.
I like coming here because I don't have to bring my products. Everywhere else I go, I have to bring my Locs souffle.
They make you bring products? Oh, because
I'm
because they use another stuff.
I don't know what they use.
Because they use an edge control. They use an edge control. So, but yeah.
Or some motions. I know one girl had some motions.
What, the foam?
No, some type of
like hairdressing cream.
It was in one of them bottles, motions, and it was like maybe like some cream conditioner.
I hope it wasn't relaxer. If I see motions, I think relaxer. Those are relaxer based products. Those are products that are made for relaxers. It had a purple M with a circle. Is that motions?
Oh, that was motions.
That's motions.
So
make sure you read the jar.
I said, I got my own.
I got this. Do anybody ever be like, "This is nice. Where you get this from?" Because I've heard that before.
Well.
Anybody ever like, can you give me some of that? Because I had that happen before when I was working at a shop and a girl was like, you got something I can use to twist with? And I was like, this is all I use. And she was like, where do you get that?
I think maybe like one. I can't remember. I was like,
I make it, girl.
But I know, people like to use what they want to use. So it's kind of just like testing it, but they're kind of like reluctant because people always bring some product that they don't like. So they're like, let me see if I like it first. And I don't hear nothing else after that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, most of the people that use edge control can't even really use this product successfully because you actually have to use some force and pull the curl straight with this. Whereas with edge control, it just lays all the hair hard, flat down.
Yeah.
So they like that, but I feel like you don't really know what you're doing if you need edge control. But yeah. That's what they was doing. Edge control with no parts. And they was actually teaching people that you shouldn't part the hair because that makes it thin. Meanwhile, your hair is almost down your back. Where's the thin? Mm-hmm. Where's the thin at? Still very strong, very healthy. Even with those little broken parts. Even with those little parts that been getting a little bit separated. It's still good and healthy. I hope you're not dripping no more because the towel is gone. I got another one, but this one is quite wet. But yeah, I had to make this with my clients' help so many years ago, because everything on the market was trash.
Yeah, it is. I can't go inside the beauty supply. I haven't been inside a beauty supply store to buy products.
Who needs them?
and I don't know how long. I found this one shampoo. that I like. It doesn't make I know there's certain type of shampoo I use would make my hair just feel like squeaky clean dry like a car. You know, like it was very squeaky clean, literally. Like,
so you know that's what my tea tree shampoo does. It does make it feel squeaky clean, which is why I come back in with a moisturizing shampoo second, because it's too squeaky clean. I want it to feel softer.
yeah, so a lot of the shampoo that I was using made it feel like that, and you were like, well, there's really no reason to use conditioner. But I didn't like just using the shampoo
because of how it made your hair feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need a moisturizing shampoo after that.
So
if you're gonna be washing it, you notice I keep throwing that in there.
So I found this they say that they're vegan and plant-based. It's called Ren Pure.
Okay, never heard.
And they sell.
But it feels good though.
Yeah, well, after I wash my hair, it doesn't. It's the only shampoo that doesn't make my hair feel like that squeaky. Like it still feels soft.
Got you.
And
it's
like,
probably just a moisturizing shampoo. If you
it's like this biotin and collagen Ren Pure. I'm gonna show you. It smells really good. And I looked at the ingredients and I was happy with what I seen. So,
cause you know,
it looks like this. It's at Walmart.
Huh.
Yeah, it smells really good, and they have and the ingredients. You can understand what the ingredients are.
You can read them.
Yeah, and then this is their that the blue one is their leave-in conditioner that I'll use sometimes, and I'll add water to it.
You can retwist with that.
And I'll add water to it and just spray it on there every now and then. But yeah, I like their products. Our biotin and collagen plant-based shampoo was crafted with a custom blend of vitamin B7 and collagen. Yeah, but I like this one. Okay. That's all I use for shampoo. And I think they have a rose water.
Clean. That's why I use that tea tree, because I need to make sure that it's fully clean before I can even consider adding moisture. But yeah. And then sometimes if somebody's hair is really, really greasy, then I'll just only use that, because it won't even, it's hard to get that greasy stuff out. But yeah, that's why I use the second shampoo that I use. That's it makes it soft, because we definitely want soft. Period. It's supposed to be soft.
That's squeaky clean. Like if I were to just stop there, it just don't.
It don't feel the same.
It feels like something's wrong.
Well, that's not necessarily is. It just doesn't feel good, and that's why I do use the
like your hair will cut you or something like that.
So exactly, and it will. So I only do retwist with my hand without the comb. So yeah, when hairs feel squeaky clean like that, it will cut me. But I mean, I get cut anyway if it's too much matting going on. I'll get cut even if it's softer. So, but it do feel like it will cut you if you stick your fingers in here and pull too hard through something that's not trying to get pulled. You will get cut. Well, I guess I always get cut, but I don't know. I do get cut. I actually had somebody tell me to prove that to them one time. It's like, what? It's like, I charge more for hair that's matted because it cuts me. And he's like, here, cut you, show me. Bruh. And I actually, I wanted to take a picture the other day, but I was behind and I didn't want to get even farther behind. But I actually saw a piece of hair slip under my skin and my finger. And I was like, I need to take a picture of this. But I was like, that's going to hurt if because I would have to recreate it. I would have to show another piece of hair going under my skin. But yeah, it'll lift my skin right up. I get cuts all the time from that. Not as much as I did when I used to do haircuts all day, but still very painful. And my client told me this morning she sent me how you can send your location? She sent me her location. I'm like, why is she sending me her location so early? Because it's my last client for the day. And then I looked and I was like, oh yeah, she's coming from Alabama. And I saw it said, because her appointment was for 1:30 and I said 1:31 and I was like, oh, she's sending me at 9:30.
Everybody getting their hair done for Thanksgiving.
Everybody. Thanksgiving is my busiest holiday.
Really? I thought about, I'm not family oriented. I don't have any kids. So I thought about getting a little Airbnb or a nice hotel for me. Like with a,
so you can have a
jet
little getaway?
tub. Yeah. I'm
away from home?
Yeah. I do
Staycation.
I do things like that. It's just me out here,
Oh, wow.
you know.
I got kids and I still do stuff like that.
Really?
Especially if the room got a hotel. I mean, a jacuzzi.
Tub.
I do that just for my
Got a
own
rope
self
to
care.
come with it.
Because don't nobody do my hair, so I don't get no self care. I used to get my nails done, but I don't get my nails done anymore. So my only self care is to get me a hot tub every now and then by myself without no loud arguing kids.
Yes, it's me
right now.
I pretend like somebody else is doing it for me.
Thank you for the roses.
Or I pretend like
with candles
I'm just
everywhere.
one of those you know, those women that pop out every now and then on Instagram and, you know, they're living a life and on vacation and they have a successful business.
Period.
And they do Pilates. That's how I be pretending that's me.
That's you sometimes. Every now and then, that's the role that you step into. Period. It's fine. You can put rose petals on your own bed. It's fine.
Yeah, I definitely thought about doing that. I was like,
well,
my dad
trying to wait their whole life for somebody to act right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And we don't want a P. Diddy either.
Pass. Hard pass, especially. Ew.
You gotta go through P. Diddy's if you want that.
At this point, they're going to have a surviving P. Diddy and a not surviving P. Diddy.
Why?
Too many people done turned up dead messing around with him.
He's crazy.
Just think about it. If you think about it, you will find that there are multiple people that are not here with us anymore that have interactions with that man. And where did they go? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. That lets you know right there. And he's starting to be the common denominator. Oop. I was like, oh, damn. Because now, at this point, I think he
I feel bad for his kids because I wouldn't want nobody to keep talking about that, about my dad. Every time they see me, they bringing up my dad and what he did.
Listen, I feel bad for his twins because I don't think
the girl.
I don't think they are girls.
What?
Yep.
Yes, they are.
I don't think they are.
Why?
I don't know. You know how there's a lot of celebrities that have like, you know.
You thought they was twin boys?
They were in the community.
Why you say that?
Because of Irvin Magic Johnson's son, and because of Angelina Jolie's kids, and because of how many more celebrities got, you know, the alphabet community, and not just same-sex loving, but
the girls
sex changes.
You think the girls are boys?
Not all the girls, just the twin girls.
Why?
I don't know, but ask their mom. Oh, you can't. Somebody killed her. And why did they kill her? Was it because she didn't want to turn her boys into girls? Was it because she didn't want her boys to be girls? Dwayne Wade? Was it? Maybe. We don't know.
I don't know. I think they're girls.
I don't know. They got sisters and they don't look like them. They look so different than their sisters. Like how you see my sons and they all look like the exact same version of each other.
But why would he want his twin girls to be boys?
I don't. Why would he want his twin boys to be girls?
Yeah. Why would he want?
Because girls are more valuable in society. That's why. Because they have. Think about this. They have a booming Instagram page that has thousands of subscribers. If they were boys, would they? No, they would not.
I don't know. What about Snoop Dogg's son and everybody whose parents are celebrities?
I never heard of Snoop Dogg's son.
Cordell Broadus?
I've never heard of him. Is he cute?
Not to me. I'm pretty sure he'd be cute to the average woman my age, but
Snoop
no.
Gotta come out talking about he's not smoking no more because nobody is interested in what him. Matter of fact, I've heard more about his daughter than I have about his son. You know his daughter?
Yeah, the chocolate girl. Mm-hmm. I've heard about her because
he wasn't being a good parent. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and she was saying how her how she felt about her skin complexion and being the daughter of Snoop Dogg, and he wasn't really, advocating for her. Like, nobody even knew about her. Only reason I know about her because I stumbled across her YouTube page, and she was talking about her skin complexion and how she felt.
Well, I found it. Yeah, she had a YouTube page. Okay, so I found other people talking about her on YouTube, but not her page.
Yeah, years ago I stumbled across her.
But I ain't never
YouTube
heard
page.
nothing about his son at all. Is he a criminal?
I don't think so. I want to say he might play basketball.
Okay. Yeah, I never heard of him.
I
wonder how many followers he has on his Instagram.
Let me see. Cordell. But you hear about his light skinned kids. You don't hear.
I'm telling you, girls got the value, which is why a lot of celebrities are switching their kids over because they got the. So anyway, that's what I think. I actually saw somebody on YouTube because I used to be in the conspiracy theory sector.
What is her? Delilah.
And they were saying that about Coy Leroy too.
Coy Leroy.
I just said
That
Coy
she's a
Leroy
boy?
because
No.
the guy said that her body looks just like his body looked when he was her age as a boy. He was like, ain't nobody gonna be able to convince me that that's a girl.
So what if he
when
go
my body
check
looked
and
just
she's
like-
actually a girl? Then what are they gonna say?
How he gonna check?
I'm just saying.
Check. That's one of those things you can't find out, which is why people are getting away with it. But if you know the anatomy, right? The anatomy of like how a girl's shoulders are wider, like 2.5 times wider than her head, but a man's shoulders are only 2 times wider than the head. Then you notice the outfits where they're constantly wearing shoulder pads and stuff, trying to make them look. Those are boys.
I think so.
I do. Look at, they got pictures with their sister. She don't.
How Angelina Jolie's sons are boys.
Which ones?
The black ones.
The one that used to be a girl.
The black boys.
They used
I
to
don't
be
know all of
girls?
her. I don't know all of her.
I just know some of her kids used to be the opposite. I don't know which ones though. I don't keep up. But I know that she's had some switches going on in her horde of children that she has. They're not all the same as they were born as. And I don't know what it is with celebrities, but I feel like Kim Porter wasn't with it, and that's why she's not here with us anymore. Because I heard about the twins before she died. That's how long ago people have been saying that.
Who else has said that his twins are boys?
The same person that said Coy Leroy wasn't.
Who is that?
His name is Soluminati. Or
Heard of him.
he's what's his name? He just was very passionate about it. And so I was like, let me go look and see if the Science Masters, because there's another page that I follow, and I don't remember what it's called, but I used to follow. I think they took all that stuff down. But you know how you know when something is true? When it gets censored. That's how you know. That's how you know when something is true nowadays. If it gets censored, that's how you know, because of course the people that are censoring don't want this out. So why would they take his videos down? Because he was telling the truth. Whenever something gets censored, it makes me believe that it's what the truth is more. Because at first I'll be suspicious, like maybe not. But as soon as some videos get yanked down, it's like, oh, okay.
But they was already girls.
When? As infants?
Yeah.
Show me. But you know,
so
it doesn't matter because you never, they don't look like boys to you.
I can't really tell nowadays.
Well, you gotta be able to tell nowadays.
You can't.
You can though. I'm gonna tell you how.
But they're girls.
Because bone structure, and
I don't know. Like everybody is not under one micro. You know, everybody is not
but
A, B, and C.
your skeletons are though.
It's women out here with broad shoulders like a man.
I have broad shoulders, so I know.
It's women that's shaped like, I saw this one stud who looked like that villain from
She said this one stud.
I saw this one. She was a woman.
No,
but
women
she looked
come
like
in a variety of shapes.
You know that villain from
So did you know that women
Minions, Despicable Me, the guy with the black on.
You know
she was shaped like him when I was a woman.
Listen, my first finger and my middle finger are the same length, right? Most women's are. Check yours. No, your first finger and your ring finger are supposed to be the same length.
Yeah.
On men's, the ring finger is longer.
Okay. And
Always.
so he was saying that
so
Delilah and Jesse's heads.
See, check their hands. You gotta check for Adam's apples. You gotta check the hands. You gotta check for
I don't see an Adam's apple.
Shoulder. The shoulders are wider on women's shoulders are wider than men's. I bet you didn't know that.
Around.
Nope. It's not. I know that's crazy, right? But nope, women's are so, and it's not really about being wider than each other's. It's about being wider than your head. So my shoulders and your shoulders, provided we're healthy weight, is 2.5 times our head size.
So what are they, gay?
But boys, I don't think they even know. They were born. They were just born.
So you said
they were born and they changed them.
You think they were born boys and they changed them into girls
before they ever had any recollection of what was. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But Kim would have already been okay with that.
Or she would have been fighting it the whole time. We don't know. We don't know what goes on.
She's still taking pictures with him like she happy.
She was about to make her memoir before she died.
I don't think the twins being boys were going to be included.
We
in
don't
the memoir,
know.
Though.
Maybe not. Maybe it would have just been the abuse that he been doing to Cassie. But, because you know that wasn't his first person to abuse. Couldn't have been. They usually be abusing everybody. He abused Mace, hell. But, Mace
That's
then went and
crazy.
became a pastor.
So Illuminati said that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
How he know?
Is that YouTube? Because I think, I don't know where he's at on Instagram.
I've seen him.
But
I
he's on
haven't seen
YouTube.
him pop up in a while.
I haven't seen him either. I think they took his stuff down, which is what I'm saying. It makes me think he was right because I haven't been able to see his stuff lately. But maybe he's just shadow banned.
No, the last time he posted on his Instagram was in 2020. Well,
see what I'm saying? Why did he disappear after he said that? Because he said that when they were little. When I saw it, they were little. They're big now. They're like, you know, got boobs and stuff. They didn't even have boobs and stuff.
They don't even have that. They still look like 12-year-old girls.
Which is typical for a 12-year-old boy.
How old are they?
No, they're like 16 right now.
They have bodies
Of boys. This is what I'm saying.
Well, people can argue and say it looked like Kim Porter's body when she was their age.
No, because her other daughters look more like her body.
I don't know his kids. I only know them two. I know the dark
They
one
got
that looks
pictures
just
with
like
them.
him. And I know the one with I'll Be Sure. After that, I don't know who else is his kids.
The picture that I saw was like, well, one of the pictures that I saw was like the sisters all together. All the sisters.
Really?
So it was like
And I
those
always-
girls, like the eyebrows and stuff. Because you know, when you have all them kids with the same person, but I don't know that all his kids are with Kim Porter. I don't know
No,
where
they're
all his
not.
kids are at.
No.
It could have been all of them. But it ain't just those two,
Only
though, is
the
it?
two girls.
Just the twins?
I believe so. I think so.
That might make it harder to tell, but I'm telling you, find a picture with the hands up. Because the fingers don't lie. The bone structure don't lie. We gotta see their bone structure.
Yo!
And then you gotta also take into account that if somebody decides to turn their infant boys into girls, they start drugs right away. They start giving them
But what
estrogen.
about cutting the private parts off?
That will help with the estrogen being higher and
But
the
are
testosterone being
they're not
lower.
cutting babies' private parts off
I
to
don't
change
know.
the gender of
They
them, are
forcing
they?
us. They about forcing us to cut our boys when they're born for circumcision. So I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't think they would care very much. They're experimenting on us.
I don't understand why you would do that though. I can't really.
Because you're not a sick and deranged individual.
Why would you
But them
want?
celebrities are
maybe-
sick and deranged individuals.
So you're
you know
saying
that
maybe
though,
they
right?
were upset about them being boys, so they're like, you know what?
We want girls.
We're gonna try it again.
And you know what? Maybe Kim wanted girls too, and was like, all right, well, I'll go along with it. But then after some point, she was like, this isn't right, and that's when they killed her. You know what I'm saying? There's the other sister. See the other sister? Totally different body shape. Totally different body shape.
Well, are all three of them Kims?
I don't know. That's the
Let me
part I don't
see.
know. I don't know the answer to that one.
How many kids does Kim Porter have?
We want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. I need a work from home job like yours. I need you to hook me up with your job. Oh, you was telling me about it last time.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how to get hooked up with it. That's your job. I need to find another CEO.
It takes dedication to be applying for those jobs and getting them though.
I don't even
Like,
have time for that. That's why I can't even get
Exactly.
another job because I'm
I
already
have to
working
start
all the
doing
time.
it too.
Oh, you going to another one?
Yeah, I
You
want to
tired
keep
of
my
that?
options. No, I'm not tired, but I gotta keep my options open
Yeah,
in
because
case
you
they
never
don't
know
give
when
me what
people
I'm
change
asking for.
Right, because people change their minds all the time and start acting funny.
So she had 4 kids.
Okay, so we getting closer.
One of them is not with Diddy, but that's
Okay.
the light. That's one of the light skinned ones that look like he looked like I'll Be Sure. You'll know about
She had
his.
an I'll Be Sure baby?
Yeah, one.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the son. He's 27,
Okay, so that means
and her 3 children:
the daughters.
Christian, Jesse, and Delilah.
Is that
So
that girl?
all 3 of them are hers.
So yeah.
All 3 of them are hers.
They should look similar to her. They should be shorter. They should be shapelier at 16. Yep. Something's out there.
How old are they?
They're 16. I told you. I already looked it up. They're 16. Because I just was checking on them the other day because I was like, dang, I haven't seen them in a while. I wonder if they still look like little boys. And yes, they do. But I have sons that I've seen, with their bellies out. And then, I've had nieces that I've seen with their bellies out. These girls don't look like my nieces. And I have 2 different shaped nieces. I have one that's really tall and thin, and then I have that one that's really short and chunky. you know. But these twins, they don't look
So
like
you
girls.
think they were two boys?
Because also our eyebrows, men's eyebrows are always straight and thicker. And I've always had really thick eyebrows, but theirs are way thicker and straighter than mine. I think that a lot of the celebrities a lot of celebrities are out about their kids, but some of them are hiding, and I think they're hiding.
You think people are doing this to their kids?
Yes, I do, and I think it's sick. Don't you think it's child abuse when you see one of them kids doing like the drag shows? Because they have kids doing drag shows. That is child abuse to me. Well, yes, I think that there are people doing this to their children.
They are shaped like men compared to the sister.
And see how they got the wide shoulder outfit? That's to try to throw you off, because women have wider shoulders at the top than their head. Not than men, just than their head is. Men's shoulder to head ratio is 1 to 3. It's exact. Like their head size, put 3 heads on top of them and it'll fit. But women's is 2.5 or something like that. It's something like that. I don't remember the exact. But yeah, when you start, the reason why I started noticing stuff that was more than just the celebrities that we know about, because a lot of celebrities do it and let you know. But the reason why I noticed that there was more is because I was watching the videos where they were talking about bone structure and how, women's head to shoulder ratio and the way that males' belly buttons sit up higher or lower. Mm-hmm. If you notice, if you put a man and a woman that are the same height together, their belly buttons sit at different places. Like one belly button sits up higher, the other belly button sits up lower. I can't remember which is which right now. But you can tell when you look, because you're like, something's off here. Like, I don't know what, but like, think about it. If he's right about Coi Leroy, Benzino ain't even that famous, but he did it. Maybe they get a check. I don't know. Maybe they pay them, because how would you get Dwayne Wade to do it? Too? Yup.
How?
He said her body looks just like his body looked when he was that age.
That's what so Illuminati
said. He was like, this looks like a boy body. And when I went and looked, it was like, yeah, I got 4 sons. It does, kind of, usually, and we'll know, give her 20 years, because honestly, you know how when you become grown and over time you start to gain a little bit of weight in certain areas.
So that's Albie Shore's baby right here.
Looks just like him. Ridiculous.
The rest of them,
they don't look this
these 3 are Kim's kids. I don't know who's his mom.
That must be Justin.
And that's the Asian girl who. That's the new baby. But he include Albie Shore kid.
I mean,
somebody commented and said, somebody need to go get him from over there. That's not his daddy.
Right? For real, that ain't his daddy. And I don't know, do he feel safe? He probably don't even know what happened to his mama. But yeah,
no, the twins asked what happened to our mom.
So, if you stand a certain way, if they were standing differently, you would be able to tell. You would be able to see, you know how boys have that thing right there? If they had on different outfits, that's the thing. They covered up all the stuff that snitches on you, and they're standing a certain way that makes it look curvier, but it's not curvy, it's straight up and down. My sister was arguing with me about it too, because she's like, but I'm tall and I have broad shoulders and I have, my belly button.
I just don't think I don't think that they're that sick to be cutting off a 2-day-old.
I wish they wasn't that sick. I wish they wasn't
private parts of a baby.
I feel the same way about circumcisions.
I don't think that they're that sick though.
I do.
You think so?
You know why?
I've never even thought about that. That's never even crossed my mind. Like,
So at one point in time,
these celebrities are changing the gender of their kids because they don't want to accept what they are.
They doing that.
They doing
that.
That's crazy.
Not because they don't want. I'm telling you, I think there's a check involved or something. I really do. I think it's like one of those. You know how they got to sacrifice a loved one, or there's always something. I think sacrificing their child's gender is one of them. I really do. Because why would Dwayne Wade do it? Explain that. His daughter is going to be as tall as him.
And she's not
never gonna get a man. She's not never gonna find a man.
She's turning into a man, like sweet little Zaya, pre-puberty with the high voice, and it's easy to make him look like a girl. But he is as tall.
He's gonna be huge.
I saw
He's gonna
a picture.
Be a giant.
I said Dwayne's son almost as tall as him.
He's gonna be a giant woman. Like Irvin's son. Why? Why would that happen? Is that just a normal happenstance? Why are so many more celebrities?
So what you think this is?
I would have to see her without the face. I would have to see her without her making that face. But I mean, obviously, if you have a daughter, you would keep your daughter. Daughters are the value.
You said they're boys, now girls. It's so confusing.
Oh yeah, they're dressed as girls. They're living as girls. But they were born.
You think that they're boys.
They were born boys. They look just like their dad.
So you think they got they
look just like
their private parts cut off?
I don't know. Possibly. I mean,
because they're in bikinis and bodysuits.
In order to
so where is it?
If you were you ever seen? There's a Law and Order episode, right, where this lady had twins, right? But something happened during this.
Watching Law and Order.
That was my show too. I don't watch all of them, but there's an episode where there was this lady and she had twins, right? And one of the twins, they knew one of the twins had committed a crime, killed somebody, but they couldn't figure out which twin it was because all their DNA and stuff is the same. Except when they did the DNA, they found they're supposed to be different because one was a boy and one was a girl. But when they did ran the DNA, they found out that they had the exact same DNA, which means that they're fraternal. I mean, what's the fraternal is the ones that are different. Mm-hmm. They were actually identical twins. And they did the test and they found out that they were identical, and they were like, well, how come you're dressing this one as a girl? Because they were only like 12 or 13 or something. Like, why is this one living as a girl and this one's living as a boy? And they're like, okay, well, when they were little and they had their circumcisions done, because they were both boys, there was an accident with one of them. And so they accidentally cut off too much of the PP off of one of the boys. And so they ended up just going ahead and completing sex change surgeries to the little girl, to the boy, to turn him into a girl so that he could live as a girl and never even know, right? Right.
That's based off of something true if it's in Law and Order. If it's in Law and Order,
it's based off of something true.
Somebody has done that before.
Every time.
Somebody has done, I've read a story where it didn't even, I don't think it even involved celebrities. I think it was a documentary. They were twins. And they were told that they were girls and they were actually boys, and they had spent all this
whole
time
life thinking that they were. And so that was what was happening. The girl was like having an identity crisis. She was the one that killed the guy, but she was having an identity crisis because she felt like something was off. She's like, I don't like these dresses. I don't like dresses. I feel like a boy. Why are y'all treating me like a girl? Why are y'all dressing me like a girl? Turns out she was born a boy, but they gave her a sex change as a child because of the complication. Yeah, because of the accident. They just gave her a sex change and figured, they say it's nurture more than nature. So they figured, we'll just raise her as a girl, treat her different than her brother, and she'll grow up as a girl. But she always knew something was wrong, and she ended up killing a dude because, he was trying to get handsy with her. But yeah, I think that it happens more often than not. Because
I ain't seen
how else are you bringing kids? I know, right? I ain't seen anything. How else are you going to convince because you can't force it. Now tell me those girls don't look just like her.
I can't.
Those girls look just like her, and I think you might not get your hands if you start taking those estrogen pills and
you're
stuff.
Gonna grow breasts.
You'll grow breasts, and you won't get an Adam's apple. So all they had to do was start early. See, no Adam's apple.
This looks like a boy.
So do those girls. You just never been told, because you would buy this one too if nobody told you. You would just be like, Dwayne's Wade got a really tall daughter.
I would say she looks odd.
And those twins look odd.
They do.
They do.
They do look odd. They do. I've always
Their necks are longer than girls typically are. They're gonna be really tall. Watch, they're gonna be super tall. Usually, girls take after the height closer to their dad, and boys take after the height closer to their mom. I mean, the opposite. What I'm trying to say. If your dad is tall and your mom is short, and you're a woman, you'll be shorter. But you're a man, you'll be taller. They're really tall. They're way taller than their sister, and they're not even her age yet. Yeah, we buy it. We'd all buy it because nobody's been trained.
They did have on heels.
So did the other one.
Dang.
But yeah, I don't know for a fact, so don't let me seem convinced. But I'm almost convinced though, because it's just too obvious. Like, and when we talk about like celebrities being sick and stuff, like you don't think they would be that sick? I promise you, they are sick in celebrity world. They drink baby's blood. Or inject themselves with it. I don't know. Something. It's crazy. Stuff that goes on in Hollywood.
But is that different from having a baby and being upset about the gender, and so you're going to cut the baby's private parts off to change it into something else new? Is that different? Or is that even more wild than just drinking baby's blood?
They're crazy. They're crazy. See, I don't
The
know.
second part sounds
Because
extremely wild.
Have you ever
Drinking
felt like?
blood of the pure gives me like vampire. Like it's not normal.
But hold
it's
on, no.
like,
Listen, they don't do it to remain pure or to keep.
be
blood.
young.
Let me tell you why they do it. Because you would think that they would do it for youth, like a vampire. But the reason why they do it, they actually scare them and then kill them
for the adrenochrome.
For the adrenochrome, you know.
Oh
See, you know about adrenochrome. So if they sick enough to scare the hell out of a little baby or a little kid, just to get them scared enough to get the adrenaline racing, just so they can kill them, just so they can drink the blood, so they can feel the adrenaline. That's sick. That's sick.
That is sick.
So if you know about adrenochrome, then you know why I believe this.
I guess they're not. I guess all of it. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to be a celebrity. Because why would I want to do that?
Out of a glass of a wine glass.
Honestly, I don't think they have a choice. I think that once they've signed up, they sold their soul.
I gotta know.
I know, right? But how can you know?
What else
You
are they
can't know.
doing?
You can't know.
I want to know.
I know.
I really feel like if I had connections to a A-list celebrity, I'd know.
You have to tell me. Oh, you would know.
Like
You wouldn't. I don't know. All right, so you were wrong. It's an odd number.
You've been counting?
No, I'm just at the end and I can see it. I'm gonna make an adjustment somewhere else instead of here. That's a good one. I'm gonna just take this one down and make it 3. Don't forget though. I'm gonna put it in the notes, but I'm gonna forget that it's an odd number.
Okay.
There's only 1 with 3, not 2 with 3. You probably just thought that it was, but it wasn't. But yeah, ever since I found out about the adrenochrome, I've been like, these fools are sick. And then I started listening to Illuminati, and then of course the channel that I was watching before, which I don't think she makes videos anymore, but she was just talking about bone structure. She's like, you need to teach your sons the bone structure of women versus the bone structure of men, because people are going to be getting fooled left and right out here. Because everybody ain't telling. Some people ain't even telling their kids. They're changing their kids and not telling them that they're changing their kids. So you growing up the whole time feeling like something's off, it's going to be a real trans situation where like you got changed and didn't know it, and now you feel like the sex that you was born as and you can't understand why.
I'm gonna do more research on that.
It's jacked up.
That's messed up.
Yeah, don't. You're going to be down the rabbit
And they
hole.
put it in books because people don't read. But
Yeah.
I read.
Oh, I read.
I like reading.
I read and I like listening to people talk that also like to read. Because they be knowing stuff that I don't be knowing. Well, a lot of people don't like to learn in general. Not even read, but like learning in general.
Yeah.
I know.
I know we was gonna go over there, but I'm telling you, it goes all the way. It's not just celebrities. It's the politicians and stuff too. The politicians, anybody that's in a certain tax bracket, I really don't think they have a choice. They just all kind of weird stuff. You know, you heard about Kanye and his mom, like he sacrificed his mom.
I didn't
Even though
you
he
know, I
loved
don't
his
really
mom.
know if people really be sacrificing people. Or
I just think it's uncanny how every time somebody's a celebrity for a few years, boom, somebody dies. It's just not, that's not normal.
That's not normal.
I don't think so.
Not
I haven't had that many
every
people die in
time.
my life.
Not every time.
A lot.
But it's a lot of celebrities that are people like you and I that just have deaths in the family.
Stuff do happen, but it just be uncanny how it's
Okay,
just
like Nicki
right before the
Minaj.
fame.
Do you think Nicki? Is it right before the fame or after?
Like right after the fame, or
with
like once it gets
Nicki
to a certain
Minaj's
point.
dad died.
Once it
So
gets to
do
a
you
certain
think
point.
she sacrificed? I didn't think that she sacrificed.
When did he die?
He died a few years ago.
See, and it really
Got hit
is.
by a car.
Did she love him?
I don't know. I
Because
think she
you'll
looked like
notice-
she did. She
you'll-
was grieving.
Exactly.
Her
See,
and
you'll
the mama.
notice Rihanna's dad ain't gonna get sacrificed.
Where is Rihanna?
Because she don't even fool with him.
It gotta be
It
somebody.
gotta be somebody you
love.
care for. Yeah.
I think she cared about him. She's pretty sad.
Exactly. So it probably was.
If it's Wizkid's mom just passed away. I saw a funeral.
I'm sure. But is he about to be famous though?
He's been famous.
I mean, how famous?
He's got hits with a lot of celebrities that's not in the African.
So I think it just depends on your influence, right? I think it depends on
What
how
about
much
Megan?
influence you have.
Her mom and
died right
grandmother.
away. Yeah, right away. So they knew she was gonna be big. They knew she was gonna be big. I do. That's what I think.
Somebody has.
And even if it's not like a knowable sacrifice, do you not think that these record execs wouldn't kill one of your family members to get a good album out of you?
Yeah.
Just to get a good album out of you, because they know that emotions breeds you to get better Just like you remember, you watched The Temptations, right?
Pedophilia on them.
I'm not certain. I don't have a
But
certain
I do
opinion.
remember that
Because
that was a thing. Like
when you get to talking about having sleepovers with kids and you a grown up, I don't care. I don't care that you missed your childhood. It doesn't matter. Lots of people miss that. I missed my childhood. That doesn't make it okay.
But you're not gonna get it from anybody.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing. If you've known one, then you would get that from him. And because I've known one, like I know an adult man who plays with kids, and he's definitely that way. He's definitely
very
he should be killed. Yeah. Soft spoken,
like
always got stuff for kids. Okay, they always everything they do. Their life is revolved around being appealing to children.
I'm gonna hop on that too.
Yeah.
No, not under my watch.
Yes, exactly. It's hard for me to trust men teachers and just different things because the majority of the time when you meet men that are men's men, they don't want to be around no kids. Yeah. A man that wants to be around kids too much is a red flag for me. And I'm sure it's not always, but because I do know, I have an uncle who is the reason why I'm not going to Thanksgiving. I'll just put it right out there. I won't go to Thanksgiving because they won't uninvite me. And I have my family.
Black families gotta stop doing that.
They really do, but I talk to
I'm gonna tell.
And you know that's how
everybody. That's
how you end up the black sheep, okay? Because they that's how you end up the black sheep, and I don't mind it. I don't point
my finger and yell.
I don't care. I told what happened when I was
You need to get your kid away from him. He just
Yep. That's me. Listen. The last time I was there, I went because my auntie was sick and she was dying, and they knew she was dying, and I didn't want to not see her.
Yeah, it's always that.
I told them I won't take my kids because I don't want to have to sit and watch my kids. And then now I won't take them because even if they were to uninvite him now, y'all been leaving y'all kids around him. I know that y'all have. I found out, and now that I know,
they don't care.
My kids are not safe because your kids know stuff my kids don't know. Because I know who they've been hanging around. And I know what he teaches kids because I was around him when I was a kid. I was also unprotected. Only I just don't think that... I think that he knew that I was going to tell. I wasn't the type that you would think that you could keep a secret with. I'm not. I'm telling if it's wrong. And I've always been that way, and that's why they don't like me now. And I'm fine with it. Y'all don't have to like me because I don't like y'all either. Something wrong with you if you're willing to sit around and break bread with a pedo. I'm sorry. I'm not breaking bread with a pedo. I don't want my kids around them. I don't want your kids around them. But if you know better and you still let your kids around them, I think you're evil. So now I don't want my kids around you or your kids because nobody's safe. Because you're not even going to protect your own blood. How are you not going to protect your own child over this man? And I told my auntie, stop asking me to come to Thanksgiving because I know y'all not going to uninvite him. All you got to do is make him some plates and take him over there. Ain't no reason why he can't stay home, sit this one out when all the kids are here. But then she was like, well, I can't do that to my mother. That would kill my mother. Your mother knows because I told her. She was like, I want your kids to come spend the night with me so they can go to church with me on Sunday. And I was like, well, you can spend the night at my house and they can go to church with you and I'll take y'all. But you live with that uncle. It's like, as long as he's there, my kids won't be. And she was like, well, I don't care how many people tell me that. And I told her the whole rundown of what I know. Now, I didn't tell her what other people had told me or what I speculate. I told her what I know for a fact, which is he's not safe around children. And she was like,
I don't understand why grown folks, they'll hear that and don't do
it's
nothing.
disgusting. Well,
I had to tell my cousin. I had to tell my cousin about herself, and I'm not done with the conversation. I will be calling her.
Right.
But her son is one of those, and his kids are doing stuff that they aren't supposed to be doing. Brother and sister.
So sad.
I don't know if it's because of what they're seeing or what he's been doing to them, but I talked to her, and I'm like, why is it that this is? She said, well, I asked him about it about 2 to 3 years ago, and he got upset. I said, well, why wasn't there anything done when it happened? When the child came and told, when the child came and told you, it happened. The child came and told you, and you and your family went ghost. Well, we sent him away, and then she told me about somebody else. Then she told me about it was like a boot camp or something, and then she told me about a story. Him? Yeah,
because it means something happened to him. That's what it means, ultimately, and I know that. But that doesn't allow for.
And then she said her 18-year-old brother did something to her when she was 13, but she was like, it's not like he forced me, so I never really told anybody. I said that's
you
sick.
were 13
and he was like 17, 15,
so
18.
people make excuses when it even happens to them.
She said, I haven't told anybody, and mind you, she's older than you and I. And I'm like, yeah, that's sick, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up. That's sick. She said, I know. I was like, well, why wasn't anything done? For one, she was like, well, we didn't think that the baby will remember. And then she was like, and you know how kids just play. Somebody was like, you know how little girls be. No, I don't know how little girls be. That's not right.
You're not gonna blame no little girls. I said,
what he did, that's not
pissing me off, bro.
I said, what went on between the victim and your son, that's not playing. And she wanted to cry and stuff. I'm like, it's your son.
That's not gonna fix it. Right. That's not gonna fix it. Get the man some help before it's too late.
I will be talking to her again.
Get him
this
some
conversation
help.
is not done.
First of all, you gotta get him in therapy, find out what happened to him, so he can work through it. Oh,
he keep denying it.
You can deny it. It's clear.
He said, Mama, why you keep bringing that up? Mind you, this happened about 20 years ago. Mama, why you keep bringing that up? I ain't touched nobody.
Oh yeah, I told my
grandma.
He
said he kept acting like. I said, why y'all ain't doing nothing? He kept acting like he didn't know what was going on.
No,
why is she saying that? Huh?
That ain't good enough.
Yeah, that's what.
Of course he gonna act like that. So hopefully everybody just forget all about it. I think that's what my uncle does too when they talk about it.
Why
if they've ever talked
that?
about it.
Huh?
But let me tell you, my grandma, what she said was, after I told her everything that I knew, I said, and that's why my kids can't spend the night over your house. And she said, well, I don't care how many people tell me that, I'll never believe it. I said, okay, well, you'll never see my kids.
She'll never believe that he did that.
She's
a loser.
And so many people.
Why would they lie? And I told her that. I said, why would a 4-year-old lie about that?
Ain't.
Well, you know how little girls
lying.
play.
Ain't lying.
That's not playing.
That's
how
not
do you
playing.
play?
Period.
How do you play?
It's not okay. And I don't play that at all. So, and I have boys, but I don't play that. I don't play that at all. I don't want them. See, the thing is, I don't want them to grow up and be that. So you have to protect your kids from becoming that by keeping.
And if it happens to them, they might do it to somebody else if you don't get the proper care or if they not right in the head.
I can't believe she told me she didn't believe me. I still haven't been able to forgive her that. And that was like 3 years ago. And I just haven't been able to forgive her
I never
for
believed that. Why?
Because why? How many people have to tell you?
I know it's your family member, but you have to.
And it's your son, and my son will get killed, okay? If one of my sons, if I find out something like that, they gotta go. And that's how I feel about you. We ain't going nowhere. The dryer's coming to you. Unless you need to stand up and stretch or anything.
I just wanted to grab my apples out of the backpack.
You can grab your apples.
Okay.
Go ahead and grab them. Because I'm going to have to put that hair back up there. But yeah, how you going to tell me you never believe it when it's multiple people? And I know who all has talked to you.
Why would a 4-year-old?
But it's not even just, it's been going on for years. Because one of the people that I talked to is at this point, I think he's a 50-year-old man. When he told me he was in his 30s, or maybe early 40s, and did you just think? And why would this grown ass man lie about it? And I said, did you tell them? Because meaning his mom and my grandma. And he said, yeah, I told him. And then that was it. Nobody ever said anything or did anything about it. He said, I never seen nothing happen to him. Everything just went on like normal. And I said, that's evil. And ever since then, I just don't have no pity. My grandma is 86. She's old. She's always in pain. And I just feel like that's life. And I love my grandma. That's who raised me. My mom was not there. And I don't know where I would be if she hadn't raised me, but she did not protect me. Okay? She sent me to that man's house at least 3 times a week for my childhood. And I feel like if he was into girls, I would have been in trouble. And lately I found out that it's actually boys and girls, and that only reason I probably was safe is just because I wasn't the one. I'm the kid that's in trouble for speaking my mind all my life. So that's probably the only thing that saved me. And I'm gonna go. But thanks for joining us for all our random conspiracies, and also talk about black households needing to get their house in order, because ain't no way that should be allowed. I'm sorry. I would kill him if I was around. So I was just like,
and I will be bringing it up.
I'm not gonna kill you, so I gotta stay away from here. I didn't kill him at last Thanksgiving because my auntie was dying and I wanted to spend time with her. But how about he knows? How about he knows exactly how I feel about it? And he sat with me everywhere I walked. He followed me around the whole Thanksgiving, and it was like, I don't want to hang out with you, But I feel like he felt like that was the only way he could stay because he knew I didn't want him to leave. He kept saying, every time he'd sit down, I'm going to get on out of here in about 15 minutes. Why are you still here? But if I would have said, why are you still here? Get out. You know these kids are here. Then I'm the bad guy and they want me to leave.
I don't get that.
Ain't that crazy?
Y'all defend pedophiles.
They're
Y'all are
sick.
weird.
They're sick, and that's why they ain't got to worry about me. They'll never see me again. I won't even. I may never talk to none of them again.
Weird. My sister was like, well, not too hard on the sister, because the sister was like, I don't believe the little girl. I was like, why would a 4-year-old girl lie? My sister was like, well, you know, that's her brother. I said, it don't matter.
That's the worst.
You can't turn a blind eye to the victim. It still happened. Don't matter. It don't matter. No matter how hard you try to defend.
What we not gonna do is call little 4-year-old girls liars or fast. That makes me so angry. It makes me want to fight, and I can't fight. But
I don't believe he really did that.
It makes me want to fight. Got me.